In 1976, the local community came together to build a Scout headquarters for young people across the parish and beyond.
All the money to build the headquarters was raised by the Scouts and Guides. For over 40 years, the Scouts have provided opportunities for thousands of young people and adults across the parish and beyond.
But since 2017, the Scouts have been trying to get the parish council to renew their lease so they can continue to operate from the headquarters being paid for and built.
In April 2018, the parish council added the building to their asset register, taking ownership of the Scout headquarters. In December 2019, the parish council evicted the Scouts, stating the headquarters had fallen into disrepair. The Scouts have always said they are prepared to fund and make the necessary repairs if the council renew their lease. Yet for 4 years there has been no progress. 2021, the headquarters remains empty and the parish council continues to refuse to issue a lease.
The Scouts remain locked out of the headquarters they paid for and built.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name's David Barker. I'm a trustee for St Albans Scouts, as I think you're aware, and for the last year I've been trying to assist the Scouts in Colney Heath with the lease discussions around the headquarters in Rostock Park. Progress has been really slow and convoluted, and an inordinate amount of time and hard work has been put in by the Scouts to provide you with all the information and assurance you have requested in a number of areas. Most notably in providing the council with a clear plan of costed works to make the Scout headquarters legally compliant and safe, and by providing financial assurance. In October last year, the Scouts, as requested, provided a detailed programme of works that they are prepared to fund and undertake in order to bring the Scout headquarters to a legally compliant and safe condition. And this programme of works was based on a detailed professional survey that was commissioned by yourselves in 2020. The survey was very helpful, but I do not believe that all members of the council are aware of or understand its contents. The survey was a planned preventative maintenance schedule looking over a 10-year period and detailing very rough estimated costs to undertake everything from installing a fire detection system, very sensible, through to painting walls, cutting the grass, and even went as far to include costs for a regular window cleaner at the Scout headquarters. There was also costs included for repairing the public car park that is outside the Scout hut boundary. Most importantly, however, your survey concluded this, and I quote, "With the exception of a small number of items, the majority of the recommendations comprise maintenance works of a non-urgent nature, and these could be deferred to subsequent years." It is absolutely fundamental that all councillors fully understand this point, as there seems to be an ongoing and very unhelpful, maybe in your eyes convenient, confusion around works that are actually required to ensure safety and legal compliance versus works that can naturally form part of a very sensible and ongoing planned programme of general maintenance and improvement over a set period of time. The council keep quoting that in excess of £100,000 is required to make the headquarters safe. That is misleading, inaccurate, and not the case. And I would ask that all councillors take the time to fully understand what is actually required in order to bring the headquarters to a legally compliant state. The Scouts have said they're very happy to have any repairing conditions written into the lease agreement, given yet further assurance in negating any risk to the parish council. In January this year, the parish council then expressed concerns around funding. Councillors asked for evidence of how the works would be funded, and the Scouts, as you know, have happily provided this information. Recently, the parish council finally issued a draft of a proposed heads of terms for a 20-year lease. So that's good. Despite the fact there are some totally unreasonable and unfair clauses proposed, the Scouts have requested, taken legal advice and prepared a detailed response to the council to consider. We're expecting this evening to hear the council's response on the proposed heads of terms and a clear timeline for moving things to the next stage of a full lease negotiation. Yeah, I've got one final paragraph, if I may. Discussions over this lease have been ongoing for 4 years. 4 years. Since December 2019, the young people have been evicted and locked out, and now that Scouting has nationally been authorised to return to face-to-face meetings, it has never been more important to bring the final resolution to this unfortunate affair. Finally, For the last year, I have been trying hard to advise the Scouts that the unleashing of a very public and proactive campaign against this parish council is not in the interest of either party. But 4 years on, I can fully understand and am sympathetic to the rising anger and unrest there is within the group, its members, families, and across the parish and wider area of St Albans District and beyond. I'm sure I don't need to remind you that the duty of councillors is to serve the best interest of its parishioners, and if I might suggest, I believe the best thing that can now be done is to swiftly agree a sensible and fair heads of terms agreement and begin to finally bring this sorry affair to a sensible and swift conclusion. The young people deserve that, the Scout group, the wider parish and the people you serve deserve that, and I would suggest that is in the best interest of this parish council to now actually achieve that. Thank you very much indeed for your time. I will send a copy of this representation following the meeting and would ask that it's lodged as part of public record. Thank you very much.